Sorry about that. I got cut off. And Mr. Cortez Smith, thanks for watching. Come back or check out the rest of it. I'm happy that did cut off in a way, even though I know why I got cut off. And now I can break it down in segments. It's 1700 hours and 10 minutes on Wednesday, April 3rd, 2019. Now, I left off at, I went over loving yourself, the element of love, the purpose, the imagery we show as the Black America, African Descendant people, from our women, from our children, from birth. How do we produce it? How they're showing it through television, the movies, the shows. And now we at the mark. Remember from the beginning, we conduct to the starters. Now we at the mark. This is the elitist way. Now this is where the propaganda kicks in. Boom. If you look at all our prominent Black people throughout history, we can say we fairly had Black love. We can say correct. Let's correct it. We got Martin Luther King. We got Malcolm X. We have now in my era, where I grew up in, we got LeBron James. But it's something about this, but I'm going to give him the Black love. And a lot of other Black men throughout history that's been with Black women. So the Black indictment of Black men don't love Black women and don't want to be with them is stupid. Because even the numbers, the census, I don't really care for the other numbers, but the data report, the FBI report, and the Pew report, they all line up the same. And we still have over a 74% rate of Black men still marry Black women. Regardless if only 13 Black people get married this year, and well, let's say 20. If 20 Black people get married, so 20 is 20 Black couples. How many couples going to be all Black? 13. That's not a bad number. 7 that married out of their race. So out of their race, out of those 7, probably 5 going to be white women, 1 an Asian woman, 1 a woman of another, or biracial. So, and it depends if they cite that, but they use that. But in their senses, they don't do biracial. So most such as that other couple, she's not going to be biracial. She's going to be Hispanic per se. So I think that's a great number based on how we perceive each other. And I still give us price. I'm not dissing that, oh, Black women, when they marry out, they don't be excited. I know when Black men get married, I see it. I'm around Black men that are married. I'm around the men that I am. The men that I am, the ones that's not me, I'll tell you in a heartbeat, I have a mission to be around this man. He think that his mission is to show me. Everything he think he's showing me, I already know. I am choosing my plight. He has chosen his plight. But he's looking at me, since I say certain things, he think my plight have not been. No, I chose it already. I don't, you looking at me the wrong way, buddy. But I don't get here and there into that with that person. We have our views, and we're gonna, such as not even align to the same type of agreement. I don't say disagree. So at that mark we're setting, we're doing pretty good, right? For Black love. Why is it non-existent? Now, if you look at this era more in the last 10 years, our Black women have took it to the airwaves now, the outlets, the media and social outlets, that Black men don't love them, we hate them. Based on now, this is not the circle, based on the box of what they live in. Because of how a Black woman won't take the time out to examine herself and make herself accountable. So you see, I went away from saying Black women should be accountable and responsible. I have threw that off the toilet. I flushed it down the drain with all the other shit. So the other ish that we try to give to our women that won't think openly. I don't use the word conscious or woke. I will say hashtag wake up. And they won't think that way because they already, come on, we already what? Programmed from birth, from the womb, from the seed. We already added the ingredients in the man that implanted his seed into the shell, the womb. So she already have that. Before she's even born, she's already programmed. Think about, I don't have to really tell you this. If you just look up what's the makeup of a seed. It's the man fertilization components that is having him to be put. And the woman covers it with the things that she have. And that's the shell, that's the womb. And he guard and protects. She's fertility, he's stability. So comes with stability, there's strength. If she don't have the strength, she weakens the seed. The shell and the ingredient inside the seed is weakened before the child is even born, before the child even exists. So now, so that would make what? Now, since we go into the higher power, what does he give us? The power and the control. And the things that come out of that is called the what? The iniquity. The value. So if our value is not already set for the child, when now an unwedded person, so unwed mean to not have love in your heart yet for that person or yourself or your race. You need all three of those. You need love for yourself. You need love for your race. And you need to have love for that person in your race that you're making a baby with. Your shell is combined of all those three to cover that seed. Never heard that before, have you? Think about it. Think about it. The ingredients for a cake. You're not going to put tomato sauce in it. You're going to add sugar. You're not going to put anything acidic for this type unless you're making a tomato cake. Unless you're making a cake design, whatever the cake. For red velvet, I need the products that make up red velvet. I can't make a red velvet cake without the products that make up red velvet. I can't make it. So making a child, I need a fertilizer and I need a womb. And the stability of the man, the seed that he's have is called the semen. I need seed. You need to see what's inside of that. Is it healthy? Is it good? What is this? And that become our ingredients as our DNA, our genetic makeup. The alchemist knows this. I can change the seed before it reached the womb. Change the man. You may not know this. 48,000 babies are born a day. No, more than that. And I don't know the exact numbers on this, but the babies that's born, 11 to 13% of those babies going to receive a sexually disease from the parents. Because that was through unweds. See, wedded families are the ones that's not producing sexual disease transmitted babies. That's doing the right. I'm talking about love. I'm not talking about, you know. See, and I have to, and it's sad in this world, it's disheartening that I have to explain that if you're married and you laying down in the bed with one person, you never had a disease. That's common sense. If I'm only being with one lady, she's being with one man, I'm with her, she with me, and we don't have anything, we're not going to contact anything from anybody else or intact. Not going to intact nothing to me, but what she give me and what I give her. And it's love. We're going to exchange our souls during the love process, the intimacy, kissing, hugging, sharing, intimate. It don't even have, I don't even mention sex yet. Then through sex, when I penetrate her, I come into her. That's why it's called come in, come in into her. Then she received what I have in my seed and the ingredients that is needed. And within her, she has the shell and the womb and everything make up. And then it mends all together and we got now we have a child being life is being immaculated. So now at this line, what we have went away from, now if we look at our top women, if I look at all the women that I found in my race of women are strong, and they do this and they have to do this. They have to do this for every set. Now we're gonna start from the higher to lower. Okay? The higher is like our officials, our government body officials. So we got our doctors, our lawyers, our government. They're going to put a black woman with a white man. Any black woman that is successful in the worldly view of success, she's going to be with partnership with a white man. That's the program. What black men, when we have the partnership of a white woman, how you doing? What's up? What's up? Our partnership, we're going to look for the love base. Most black men, yes, sir. Most black men that are with white women, now we don't say the story the same, because this is one thing that long as the black man is in the household, we still have an opportunity. Now, this is where religion come in, and I speak about this seldomly, rarely. In religion, the man is taught he's the head of the household. So whatever comes from the man minds, because remember, he's the strength, he's the protector, he's the guardian over his children and wife. So if I'm working with this man, regardless of his wife color, her race, he's still capable of still putting into his family black unity of black people, regardless. It sounds funny and stupid to people, but he's the leader, right? Are we not following that paradigm, the patriarch of man is the head of the household, he protects and provides still? We can't get away that because we already went over men are stronger than women, physically, emotionally, everything. But I'm not saying that women cannot be that strong if she have to be. That's why I always say the picture of Atlas holding up the earth, it should be a woman standing next to him, helping him, or when it's falling off, giving him a boost up, or bringing him something to drink, something to eat, to keep his strength going. His relief, how they say his helpmate. His helpmate, or I don't like the word help meet, because woman is not a piece of meat. I'm not a piece of meat to a woman. His helpmate, the person that's going to be together, the bond, the matrimony, the marriage, the relationship, all the commitments is going to inside with each other. So if we look at our women that now they are not under a leadership of a black man, of our great women, I say they're great. You might not, but I think they're great. And if we're not supposed to really look at celebrities and athletes, but this is what the young ladies are watching on TV. If you know, Lupe Fiasco made the song Bad Bitch. And when he made that song, it was a message that we don't even use. The first example of a young man, a young black man with his black young, now he said malnutrition. That means she don't have the nutrition. So if we go back to the mind and say what is needed for the ingredients for a cake. So if I'm malnutrition, that means I'm not being fed the right of foods to keep my strength up, to keep me strong, and I can grow. My mind can think. I need to eat at breakfast in the morning. We don't get fed breakfast. So you're going to school malnutrition. So you're waiting for lunch in school, but lunch in school is not it's designed to feed you. Yes, they do. They're great, and they don't even know how great they are. They hold the power within the womb. The womb as in the stomach. I call it the cell because we have the seed. We have the ingredients to put into the womb. And that's why we guide and we protect it. And we guard and we defend with our life, as she also gives essence of her life to the child, to live, to come to life, to be alive. And so as these women that will go out, exactly. We know, as the young man, Mr. Smith said, Our black women focus their energies, their mind, their feelings, their spirituality on the wrong thing. If you're a black woman searching for if a black woman is searching for a black man, isn't she's going to go where black men are at? And I'll say this. I'm going to use my first example is Serena Williams. She posted an article about black men. They deleted it off the internet because I've been trying to show people this, as there's a lot of things that get deleted off the internet, which is why internet is very good and very bad for our era, our generation of people, because things are being said and done that's not going to go down in a book. Serena badmouthed black men so bad. And then this is why I took away the accountability and the responsibility from black women for myself. This is why. She said black men are, every race of woman would say black men, including our women, we good for sex. We're good romancers, but we're horrible fathers. Well, according to now, if you're going to use the pure report, it's called PEW report. Yes, I'm getting to it. Well, yep, she was enforced, but that's part of the contract. I talk about that a lot. I know my videos be long. I know I overstate a lot of things, or I drag it on. Yes, she's following the program. Exactly. When I was saying that in my first one. It's a program. We are programming. We programming our daughter. We programmed Serena. Serena was programmed, but it's easy because Serena had to make sure the program, she had to show all the other black women the program. She had to date a black man. But pause. The average black man in America is born in what side of town? The inner city. How many young black men you know that even if they're not born in the inner city, they're born in a close area of the inner city. They're not raised in the far part of town where his dad, and it's rare when you see a black man. Yes, sir. Yes, I love to discuss things. I want to do, as you see the other, I want to actually get us to focus. Like you said, they focus on the wrong thing. I want to focus on the right things. How can we really make a change? Because we thinking just because I go set up a community center or I'm in the community, I'm giving out food. That's not education. Because you want to know why? We can have the most money. No, we got all of these black millionaires, right? But they have a lack of education of finances. That's why poverty still exists. So if you get all those guys together and get them to say, hey, man, we got to educate them. Let's put money into things. We need them. Not me. All I can do is talk to a young man and say, I try to unprogram him. I try to guide him and challenge him to who he is. As you see, I call that the power of oneness. I have 8 lives already on the power of, well, not lives, but they was live and recording. The recordings now on my channel called the power of oneness of dignity, power, patience, honesty, you, the me, the self, high esteem, your worth, and self-honesty. And I want to do self-respect, appreciation, or appreciate, and faith. It's like a series I'm doing. So what they using Serena as, she had to date Common. Well, let's look at Common. Pretty much his name literally says it all. He's a common black man. So we had to throw the shade and dirt because on Common. And now look at who else Serena dated Drake. Drake, which people don't mean King Dracula, the vampire of all kings. He the king of the vampires. Nobody knows that. He's the longest living Dracula vampire there is. He's the king. And if he's not the longest living, just as the king of England, he takes over when he finds a suitable person to take over for him. Because maybe 3,000-4,000 years, he don't want to do this anymore. He find a reason to now, and it sounds funny, to fall in love. Or to no longer, okay, I've been around 3,000 years. I'm going to now risk myself in the limelight. I'm going to come into this realm where everybody interact, and then I'm going to just go away. as I wanted to do in the first. He had no reason to leave because he had no reason to want to put himself in this realm we are in. But Serena, what Serena did, she dated Drake. Now, not a diss to Drake. He's light skinned. He's quote unquote black, but he's also one of the black men that's a player. So even with that, she had Common, Drake, and a couple other guys. I use them because those are the best example of prestige and hood. Drake is the hood because he's the guy that lacked the education to want to get out. Common lacks the fundamentals to be a better man, to get to that next step. Because you know why? He needed a woman. He wasn't nurtured. Drake might have had that next step, but Drake's still in player mode. Why would you, if you a woman that want to get married, why would you date a Drake? Why would you even associate with a Drake? That's what I get at with my women, because that don't make sense. And then you get mad when it don't work out. You can't get mad when the guy you presented yourself and then she receives was knowing good and damn well he was never going to marry her. So now she can use black men don't want to marry her. Well, the options of men that she allowed herself to go and date. And then this is my question. Now this is when I add on the accountability and responsibility of black women, such as Serena. She have millions of dollars. There are single black men that are doctors that make their money, that work hard, that work just as hard, even though they're not athletes. They may not be owning the big billionaire business, but they're doing very well. Why would she not put herself in the situation to meet one of those men? But somehow she put herself in the program to meet the white man, Riddick. It could also about, okay, I brung up Drake. I'll go over it real quick, even though it's in the live. Serena would date the Drake, and you know Drake meaning King Dracula, and he finds a reason now, even in the movies and the stories, to now, out of the 3,000 years of being alive, he entered a realm. Because you know Dracula, I don't know how you follow, they call it mythology. Yes, sir. I don't know. And I'll read I listen to your videos and everything. I hit the like button because you do like remixes. I know who you are, Mr. Cortez. I appreciate you being a subscriber. I don't like the word follower because we are all our leaders, especially men. And then our women are leaders. So within Drake, yeah, after the vampire, you know how many people don't know that? Nobody know, even Common. His name Common. His original name was Common Sense, but he changed it for MC purposes. And it make more sense because it's common sense. I'm common. I'm the common man. Common is the common black man that most black women, such as Serena, will date, but she want marriage, but she won't see marriage in common. Now, marriage, she want date. She want marriage, but she don't see marriage in common. She won't date. So the Drake, she don't see marriage in common. And he dressed as Dracula. I didn't even know you were dressed as a vampire. But remember, he had one of the hottest lines. Last name ever, first name greatest. I'm like a sprained ankle, boy, I ain't nothing to mess with. Woo-hoo! You can't. After he had to rap no more for the song, the Forever song. He had to rap no more. That was it. Yeah. Yes, that's common. And we got to associate. I don't say Pookie and Ray Ray because, and yes, she will date the guys. And Serena blasted black men. So getting back to Serena, the Drake, and the Common. So Thug, I call them thugs or the lower tier guys of our, but they're not because they're me too. I grew up in the projects, in the ghettos, the quote unquote hoods, products, and ghetto as most such as you did. So, okay. And there's prestige black men. Serena Williams didn't put herself in a prestige black man arena. See, that's how you know she's under contract. Then to say black men aren't good for making babies and getting you pregnant and just having sex. Exactly. But you got to remember, Serena's misguided, but she's under contract as well. And we're going to say Eve. Eve did the same thing. Tyra Banks. I know this because I follow these women. I'm not a social media buff. So even with rest of the soul, the people that die in the media that's supposed to be part of the community, I don't know who they are. I don't know who Nipsey Hussle is. And that's how you, but I know, and this is funny. I know who Suki Hana is. You may not know who Suki Hana is, but she's the chick that's the twerk girls, City Girls. This other chick that came out. Then you got the Cardi B's. Exactly. So that's how I said. Since you got cut off, I was saying Serena easily could have put herself in an arena where prominent black men, Prestige has her, lawyers, doctors, they have nonprofit events. I told myself this, man, I want to be with a black woman that worked hard, but there's black women as doctors that know how to keep a home, that know how to sew, that know how to take the meat I bring home. Oh, you know Suki too? Okay. That bring home the meat. She's not making an excuse for her womanness. I only want to protect and provide for a black woman that respects me. That's why my other live I did earlier today, I put the reason why black men hate each other because we don't respect each other. And I gave a whole bunch of reasons. I know I go off topic. And Suki Hana, she's grooming in. Cardi B is grooming the girls. When I go to the strip club, why is they playing trap music? Me and the guy I went to high school, he was doing security. We was talking to the ladies, and they ladies, they understand. We don't want to hear trap music when we watching y'all dance. I know the strip club is not a great example, but this is an example that I have. And I want to see her dance to a sensual song. She gonna grind on me. I don't want to hear, you my baby girl, you my... That's cool, you listen to that music. But if that's ingrained in her mind, that's her sensuality, what the hell I'm going to do? I know I'm from the same neighborhood as her. I call her. Okay. I knew I grew up in the same neighborhood. I'm not dissing the girl that's doing her means to get by in life and her choices, but you're not going to entice me, right? You can't, it is weird. You can't dance sexually, like if we in a home, play a Marvin Gaye. So I'd rather hear about you. Now this is gonna sound funny to people. Play the inspirational church song. You're supposed to be inspiring me to love you. Not in trap music inspire me to beat it up. Beat it up. Right. It's sex in the music. Somebody keep calling me. I'm using my phone. It's sex in the music, but it's sex. You don't hear the rapper lady or the rapper guy, which I heard. Yes, which I heard. How old are you, Mr. Cortez? And I heard, I don't hear the rapper guys and women talking about love, but I hear what's these guys, like Little Dot, whatever these guys are. I listen to some of their rap music, which I don't do. I was in the shower and I let it play through. They were saying, I love a girl. I met you. And even though, okay, I'm 36, it's nice to finally collaborate with you. And in these songs, I hear more men in the song. I haven't heard a Cardi B. I don't listen to him a lot. So maybe somebody gonna point out a song to me. Say I love the man. I wanted to love Offset, to have his children. But she wanted to wear blood shoes. I don't know the words. And then it's that stupid song. I don't give a damn about the nigga. 4, 5, 6, however that go. So that's your example. You're gonna sing that, and you think I'm about to go date you. I don't care what neighborhood you from. That is not exciting to me. I don't get excited about the negativity. You calling me a man, that's not a nigga. I don't care where I was born, but a nigga is a word, is to describe you of how you're acting. But the rappers don't have control of the songs either. If you look at next time, your favorite song, start Googling your favorite songs, even old songs. And this is what I do, and you can find it on Google. Google your song, type in just say my song is Luther Vandross. What's the name of that song? Okay, no, not even gonna use Luther. In Vogue, what's this going to be? That love song, or shoot that out. And the engineers of the song are not black people. The writers and producers of these songs are not black people. And if you look at a lot of these songs now, we do have black producers, but the engineer are not. We don't even have now. This is why I say now we need doctors and lawyers that are black. We don't have engineers. You know what the engineer is? The engineer are the people that put the sound into the music. Even he over the engineer, yep, don't let go. And if you Google that, I want to say, I think those are black producers. And it's another song with En Vogue, and it's talking about race and color. Free your mind. I think those are black people. Yep, you need an engineer. But go ask a young man what is an engineer for music that's a rapper right now. Go ask Little Thotty. Little Thotty. Go ask Little whatever. Go ask Little. I guarantee you Lil Wayne don't even know that there's an engineer behind his music. The little engine that could. I think I could. And see, we don't even understand those cartoons, those animated short series that we had growing up. The whole meaning behind them. I'm a type of person that I can enjoy things, but at the same time, yep. Right, the engineers are not black. I don't think. Because you can find so much. And to find that, you got to go really deep. You got to go get the album and look at the people that's incited on the album case cover. So, yes, you might have two black producers, co-producer, executive, but the engineer, yep, subliminal programming. We ain't got to call it subliminal. Just give it one name, because I found that the more words you give is confusing to us. So if we go back now to Serena now are inciting black women to date out. Then we got half black women, as in Chili. Chili real name is Shalonda. Is something, whatever her real name is. She's inciting the day out. But now their example, now they don't have to say nothing. Serena's with the white men. But one thing I hate about when I see black women with white men in pictures, they're more happier. But the pictures, they're not smiling. Even Serena, but Serena and white women. So feminism has groomed our women to hate one another. Where did I write that down at? Oh, what was given to me? Feminism has literally destroyed our women. Oh yes, this is what feminism did. It's ran by white women. It started in the 1100s. The lady name is unknown, but when you go down the line by the 17 and 1800, they have a lady name. I didn't write it down. I'll be having a lot of information. It was designed to teach black women how to be weak, non-caring, unloving, superficial, hateful, gay, against their own race, hate men, all black men, to love the master race and the master women. It did a number. It programmed our women. It was an implant. And the implant was, why was an implant? Because all these women, these white women, and I tell black women this, white women don't never advocate. They don't have no reason to advocate with black women. They have no reason to stick by black women. Because they know at the end of the day, they're going to be loved. They're going to go home to their white husband. So now black women going home to white men. And I even see it on social media when I used to be on Facebook. I haven't been on Facebook for almost 12, 13 years. The girl kept telling a black girl or a black woman, date out. And then it was even a whole segment that it had over 150,000 plus response and ongoing. It was probably it's at millions and millions now. Yep, they went home to their white husbands, not just to their husband, to their white husband. So now I'm going back to leadership. Who was Serena going back home to? Who was Tyra Banks going back home? Even I lost respect for now. Even Regina King, she going back home. Viola Davis. Well, I know my favorite guy. I know Zion. Yep, Section 8 and multiple kids by multiple men. But remember, I'm not going to get into that because remember, what's your nationality, ethnicity? Mr. Cortez, I'm taking away the blame from the women. I'm doing this for my plight, for my health and my heart. Because if I try to put accountability and responsibility on our black women, they're not going to accept it. They're not going to use that. They need evidence. And I'm creating okay. You black, okay. So you understand what I'm saying. And you have it. Yep. Tyra Banks, yep. Go look it up. When you get off, go look it up. Yep. Why you even listening to me? Tyra Banks have a white baby with a white man. I call them white babies because once they go right, they'll never be right again. They say once you go white, you would never, whatever the stupid, I say you would never be right. Because even during alchemy, when they was practicing alchemy originally in the first century, they knew, and nobody knows this, because it takes deep research. And I'm the type of person, I will research something and I didn't write it down. I just now started writing down all my research studies and different things. Like I just now started in the last 7 years, started writing down notes. I even got, I switch it over so you can see. See those boxes? Yeah, like I just moved in. I don't worry about. Yep, Regina King just married an old white man. So those are the elitists. See, these boxes is filled of knowledge of I want to give to the world. But I'm not a Nipsey Hussle, rest his soul. So even when when I see black men, they don't see the Puerto Rican guy I have as he decent. I can't call him cool because he ain't cool to me. He said, "What have you distributed in life?" I was like, "Well, I don't want to be on TV. I do a YouTube, but I only go but so far as on YouTube. I'm not ready to reveal what the Creator have fully given to me, because the Spirit came to me and said we shouldn't put all our information online. We shouldn't be looking in the mirror. I'm looking back at myself and be putting information." So, as you know, yes, Regina King just married an old white man. So, black men are not doing that. If you look at Westbrook, DeAndre Jordan, they got black women. LeBron James. Like if you look at our prominent black men, our strong black men, they're with black women. Now the ones that's not, they were with I don't get Kevin Durant. He was with a black woman, now he's dating, but he's not married. So to me, I wait till the heart of love come in and say who he married, who these guys going to marry. But we seeing more black women advocating to hate black men. So as we keep walking around this, so do black love really exist? And black women think they have a baby with any race of man, they sons or daughter, and if they have a son, she could teach him how to be respectable. No, your son is not going to be born in the same area. Your son is not these girls, and they're going to be mixed too, unless he get with a mixed black woman, which no longer have the black love. That's why I say, is it non-existent with a question mark? Do it exist? But remember, love for the religious people, start there first. It begins up there first with our Creator, then it comes to us. We're the starter. And we have to set the precedent, so the mark for our children, for the next generation to know what black love is. But if we constantly, I hate the word constantly, in confusing and connecting ourselves with every other race structure of positive morals, values, and ethics that being better than ours. So we insistently going to have bad black imagery, bad black music, everything that's black about us. If we make it bad, but when we go away, we make it good. Why would my son or daughter want to stay with if I had a daughter right now, I know I'm a great father, But in the world, she's not gonna. I'm not gonna. I'm not. One thing I'm not gonna do to my daughter. I'm not gonna mess up her mind. I'm not gonna tell my daughter her father is gonna give her everything in the world. My job. That's my job. That is not no man that's gonna date. Speak to my daughter in the beginning. Get to know her. Job to buy her everything in the world. That is not no other man's job but mine. I'm gonna tell my daughter, you see how I treated you. When you meet this man, do I whistle at you? Do I holler at you? Do I beat you? Do I abuse you mentally, physically? He don't have to. You know what's worth the most in this world to me and other people? What is something that you remember more about anybody that you're around? It's how they made you feel, how they treated you. I don't remember none of the gifts my mother gave me as a child. None. I don't remember none of the, you might, but I don't remember I don't care if I had a sweet 16 or a great 11, going away 18 when I went into the military, whatever you want to call a party. I remember togetherness of the love that I felt from my mother and family. But I don't remember what she gave me because that wasn't important. It was because she was there. But we want to say talking about what I got to give you is money. If you don't have it, money. I don't want you because you don't have no money. So if money is going to be our thing, we cannot extract love from money. Show me, this is $1 bill. This is $100 bill. Out of this paper, extract some love. Show me how to extract love out of this. Show me some now magic. Show me power in this piece of paper. Show me the power. I can get the definition out of this book, but show me where this book is going to show me how to be a man. Show me where this is going to show me how to love a woman or how to love myself first. No, even in your religion, that book can't show you your religion. Nothing. This can't show me nothing. Whatever I write in this, don't matter how much I read what I wrote in it. Show me where it's going to give me the love. Show me. Prove. Show. I want some person on this earth to show me love from money. Yep, it's all about money. I always use that for a reference to be funny. And show me. I want people to show me these things that I'm going to get love from things that have nothing to do with love. But I know Mr. Cortez, that is meaningful that you on his live. I'm going to remember that. That's love. And this, I'm like an example of love. But if you gave me $1,000, I'm not going to, and then 10 years later, I'm not going to remember that. I'm going to remember that, man, we had a deep conversation 10 years later. Isn't that crazy? Because I ask women, they can say, well, this is where he took me to. See, they won't say the word money. But when Serena got married and did all that, remember, women don't realize that costs money, and then it don't cost money. It's what's inside of you what counts. Of course, Serena can do that. She have millions of dollars. I can do the same thing. But if she just trying to extract what someone else has, and that's another thing we got to stop doing. Well, I show my daughter and guide and challenge my daughter. I have to let my daughter live out her life. I can't tell my daughter I'm your only example of a man, because there's other great men that's better than me in the department of communication, romance, sexuality. But that would get to her once she meet that right guy. And no, you shouldn't be giving yourself. You shouldn't sell yourself to anything you do. You should be able to give, and you're supposed to get a return. It's called reciprocation. And when a woman can't reciprocate, that's when you know she's not the woman for you. And when a man can't reciprocate, that's when she know the man is not for her. So as we go about our day, I thank you, Mr. Cortez. And I would love to see people in the comment section show me how you get love for money. I can't wait to interact with people. Even if you have WhatsApp, I want to start getting all that going. So we can start, because everything love is charity. Charity begins at home. If your home is not filled with love, I don't care what you do, I don't care what you say, I don't care how much money you have, love is not going to reside near you, around you, and your heart and your mind need to have love in it first. That's how you know when first love. That's what first love at first sight. When I looked at myself and when I was born, I seen my mother and I seen my father, love at first sight. They were my definition, they are my example, and they are my words. They are my art, they are my picture, they are my canvas for love. So if we keep allowing celebrities that's programmed to program us, we're never going to incite love. So do black love exist? When I say unto one, I say unto all. It's your path, it's your journey, it's your choice. Choose wisely. Remember, today is not promise, but the promise of the day you are here now. Right this second. Right now. And I look at the now as a present. Present. It's a gift. It can go away at any time. But remember all the things you did within that time you had, within that present. In the present, what are you doing? What are you saying? How are you treating yourself? Love comes from yourself first. That's just me. If I can guide and challenge a young man and the young women, I would say, do you love yourself? I'm not worried about no other person yet. Love, that's second, because there are 7 types of love. There's filial love. That's why the city of Philadelphia. That's supposed to be a city of brotherly love. That means the love comes out of you. Agape love of God. Then there's spouse love, and the love of yourself. I can't recall what's that called. And you can just Google that. The love, the elements of love. Yes, that's how you go. It's in Greek language. And you will get the English language since we're in America and you Google it, it's gonna come in English. And you will understand why the Greeks, and read about the Greeks, why they thought that way. And everything that comes from the Greek, we call it mythology. But everything else is supposed to be correct. So have a good day. I appreciate you, Mr. Cortez. And everybody else that come in my life, appreciate you for subscribing. And I have checked out your channel and will start commenting. I enjoy your music, your mixes that you be doing with the songs. I also hit even if I don't watch it yet, I always hit the like. I do that to everybody that's on who I subscribe to it or I follow. Only time I would say follow. Yes, sir. I don't say peace. Now I say shalom, because shalom means nothing missing, nothing broken. Or Selah. Selah means you're welcome. Selah means to rise, or it's a pause to continue later. And arazo means to know. ARRASO. Okay, you're not trying, you're doing it. Remember, you are trying to make music, but remember, you never had the true ability for the music yet. You never had the true ability yet. So think about the music you gaining access. Because remember, to receive love, which I didn't say the words, I don't think one time, you get to activate and access the ability. So love, I have to access and activate ability of love first within me through the creator, the conductor, the spirit that he brings back down to me and puts and it resides in me. So we all have that. So we have a soul. So I hope I helped you in some way, and you do have a great day. To my brothers and sisters, I hope we start defining our love. I hope we start finding love in ourselves. And this is one thing you can always find. If a person ever asks you unlocking it. You have the ability now. You have the ability to do anything you want to do. And for you being an African Descendant Man, and I tell this to young African Descendant men, I'm just as young as you. I'm only 11 years older than you. Don't allow your steps and path to be made harder than what they have to be made. You know there is oppression. Don't let that bother you. You know if the other race of man got to take 2 or 1 steps, you're going to have to take 6 or 9 steps to get there. Don't let that bother you. But know that you are strong. Think about, and if you ever feel down, think about your ancestors. Yeah, they was slavery. It was slavery, but they wasn't slaves. They wasn't, a lot of these men wasn't slaves. Someone was born and birthed into it. Thousands of years. They did this for 1,000 years. So remember, I say a noun generation is every 30 years, because now you having grandmother at 30 years old. Children are having babies at 13, 12, and the average age now is 15. No, that's a lie. That's the average age. I'll be saying the average age for a woman now is in her 20s and 21 still. It used to be higher. My mother had me at 32. I don't have children. I'm 36. So I'm 4 years different so far. And I'm not married, so whatever years I'm gonna have a child. If I have an opportunity or a chance to be with that woman, that's for me. Because remember, what's for you is for you. So you discovering everything that was in you, because our parents didn't have time. They made them busy. They had to make them work. It's so, I don't want to get into it, but you see what I'm saying. You have the ability to do all that, but don't let that. Remember, our ancestors were resilient. They would persevere and they were determined to make black love. And to me, and then this is me before I get off real quick, I only see black women as my only love, because I see me as my only love. So hope that gets to you. Hope you have a great day. Whoever else on my live, whoever came to my live, thank you. I appreciate it. Hit me up. I'm gonna put I also get an error in my caption box. So in my comment, I try to pin my information with my email and everything, so we can type in the comments. It could be about anything. I want to hear what you have to say, because I'm a type of person, I'm willing to learn. I'm a teacher, I'm a learner. I'm a leader, I'm a follower. You can't be one without the other. But you are a man, so within your manness, you are who you are, and the things for you is going to be for you.